Hello, my name is Bolaji Babalola. I'm your capacity building strategist and I help you as a business owner to do more. On this video, I want to talk about how to market yourself to anyone in the world. Anyone, and I mean anyone, because principles work everywhere. So I'm going to give you 7 questions which you've got to answer. By answering these 7 questions, you are going to create a brand for yourself that would be sellable, marketable anywhere in the world and to anyone in the world. These are things I've used before. They've always worked for me and they can work for you, right? So the first question I want us to ask is, who am I? Who am I? You've got to ask yourself, who exactly are you? Because it starts from you knowing yourself. You can't walk up to me and offer me a product and say I should pay for it. Then the next thing I'm asking is, what's the product? And you say you don't even know. If you don't know yourself, you can't sell yourself. You've got to know yourself. And this question, who am I, answers the question of personality. What exactly am I made of? Who am I? When no one is there, when someone is there, who exactly am I? The interesting thing is, a lot of people find their definition from their community, from their environment, and it is a dangerous thing to do. You've got to find your definition from inside, right? Because what matters the most is what we've got on our inside, not our background, not where our parents grew, not the people we grew up with. No, not that, not even the name you bear, right? You can change your name if you want, but the truth is, you define yourself by what your creator has called it to be. So you must know who exactly am I. My personality, I know who I am. I love helping people. I add value to people. I am intelligent. I'm smart. I'm a choleric. I'm a go-getter. I'm a sanguine. I connect with people. Social responsibility is one of my major goals, So you must know who you are, because if you don't know who you are, you can't sell yourself to someone else. So that's where it starts from, right? So that's the first question. The second question is, what can I do? So the second question, what can I do, is answering the question of ability, right? Specialties, your competences. Is asking the question of ability. What exactly can I do? For instance, you can't sell a product you don't know. You also cannot sell a product you don't know what it does. If you walk up to me and you offer me a product and you say to me I should buy, and I'm asking, oh, why should I buy? What does it do? What am I going to get from this? Buying this, what will it do? Using it, what benefit does it offer me? And you say, to be honest, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it. Nobody buys a product they can't tell what it does. So the same thing with you. Nobody's going to hire you. Nobody's going to patronize you. Nobody's going to accept you if they do not know what do you do, what do you offer. So you must know, what can I do? It answers the question of ability. So I'm putting it to you today. Do you know what you can do? What exactly can I do? Some people will say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Beautiful, beautiful. We all can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. But the question is, do you know those things you can do? You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. But do you know, can you put those things in perspective? Can you put them into expression? Number 3 is, what have I done? It answers the question of social proof or testimonials, right? So what have I done? People want to know where you're coming from. They want to know what you've done. They want to know its integrity, right? It gives your character some integrity. What exactly have you done? Do you know that when David appeared before the king and he says to the king that, give me this giant, I'm going to deal with this giant. Now in our days, the giant might be you starting a new business, might be you want to sign a contract, might be you want to sign a deal, it might be whatever, anything, but it's like you requesting from a client that give me your money, or from a client that signed me on, you want to sign a contract or something. Now that's the giant. But David stood there and he said to the king that, see, I killed the bear, I've dealt with the lion, I can deal with this. Social proof, testimonials, reviews. So what can we say about you that you have done? What can we say about you that you've done? You want a skyscraper, but you've not even built a 2-story. Now, what you have done will empower your credit with whoever you are appealing to right now, right? So what you have done, it answers the question of social proof. So the first is who am I? The second is what can I do? The third is what have I done? And the fourth is what am I doing? It answers the question of core competence or expertise. What am I doing? People want to identify with someone doing something. Nobody wants to identify with an idle man, with a lazy man. And here is the point: there will always be work. People come to say, I don't have a work, no, you might be out of job, but you can never be out of work. There's a difference between job, there's a difference between work. Job is the thing that puts food on your table, that gives you money. Work is what gives you fulfillment. Work has been given to you not by a man, but it's been given to you from the moment you were given birth to. Every man had something to do. Don't ever say I have nothing to do. As a matter of fact, in my organization, I do not give jobs to people that are idle. I give responsibility to men that are actually doing things, right? So someone asked me a couple of years ago, that was my definition of creativity. And I said to her, creativity are two words merged to be one. Create activity, which means create intelligent activity. I can never be idle because there is always something to do. I create work because it's the work that we do regularly that progresses us, that brings us results. So don't ever say, I don't have work, I'm not doing anything. Men, people of higher caliber, people of substance want to know what you're doing. So if you are doing nothing at the moment, a lot of people leave school and the next thing they want to go and stay with their uncle, stay with their auntie, do nothing, just sit at home and be taking care of their babies. No, there are always things to do. So number one, who am I? Number two, what can I do? Number three, what have I done? Number four, what am I doing? And number five is, where have I been? Where have I been? Listen, traveling is a form of learning. One of the greatest knowledge you can ever have will be from visiting new places, visiting new people. Now, when I mean where have I been, I'm talking about the fact that you've traveled to new places, or you've attended conferences, you've attended seminars. Where have you been? Have you been in places where your ideas have been shifted, where your mind has been renewed, where your mind has been shifted? So people want to know where you have been. Where you have been, when you sell where you have been to people, they can identify with it, most especially when they know where you're coming from. So you must be able to tell people where you have been. This answers the question of experience and exposure, right? Because where we go to, where we've been, exposes us and gives us experience. So you can't sell yourself if you cannot tell me the experiences or the exposures you have. Then another one is, I think the sixth point right now is, who have you been with? Who have you been with? Listen, if you can tell the kind of people you have hung out with. Listen, because if you hang out with chicken, you will cluck like chicken. But if you hang out with eagles, you're going to soar. So people want to know who you hang out with. You don't sell yourself by saying you hang out with pigs. You sell yourself by saying you hang out with eagles. Who have you been with? This answers the question of influence or mentorship. Who have you been with? The people you hang out with can always tell. That's why we say, show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. Another says, show me your friend, I'll show you your future. Because the people you hang out with, they determine a whole lot about where you end in life. So for you to be able to sell yourself, you might be able to tell us, who have you been with, right? A man once said that he saw another influential speaker at an event, and he took a picture with him, and that picture, he packaged it on the last page of his proposal to a corporation. He attached that picture. And interestingly, after they've checked the proposal to see that this guy is competent, as other people are competent as well, because he wasn't the only one actually lobbying for that contract, they saw the last picture which he took with a great man, and they said, wow, if he hangs out with this man, then we can give him the contract as well. We are sure he will not defraud us. Listen, who are the people you are hanging out with? Are they people that can open doors for you? And the final one is, what do you want to do? The final question is, what do I want to do? Which answers the question of your ambition, the question of your goals, the question of your future. Now, your past might not affect me so much, but if I'm going to work with you, your future will affect me. So that's what everybody that you want to sell yourself to, they are thinking about you. That if we buy his idea, if we give him this contract, is he ambitious enough? Is he a visionary leader? Is he ambitious enough? Can we trust him with resources? People want to know where you are going to. So let me run over it again. The first one says, who am I? The second says, what can I do? The third says, what have I done? The fourth says, what am I doing currently? And the fifth says, where have I been? The sixth says, who have I been with? And the seventh says, where am I heading to? Right? So these are 7 points which you can answer, sit down and digest, and sell yourself with it. There's nobody in the world that will not respect you if you supply quality answers to this and package it to sell your brand anywhere in the world, or to sell your product. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Bolaji Babalola. Cheers.